Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Crushinator, and today we have the playoffs for the Nexus division. We're in the first round here. We've got Phoenix Rising Xanthite versus Phoenix Rising Ruby. Civil War begins now. Hope you're all having an excellent evening. We're getting towards the end of the week. We're on our Thursday. Getting ready for our game number 1. Before we start, though, Mundane Zebra coming in with the 10 squats. Let's do it. And just like that, we're warmed up. Fantastic. I'll give them the old caster ready, so they can go at their convenience. Let's take a look at the map bans. Phoenix Rising Xanthite banning away. Volskaya Foundry and Sky Temple. Ruby removing Dragonshire and Braxis Holdout, and have chosen to take us to Tomb of the Spider Queen here for game number 1. How's everyone doing in the chat? J-Hut's here. Welcome. Mundane Zebra, Lupus, Stark. You're all having an excellent time. We've got 10 in the lobby. Should be getting going here in just a bit. Man, I am tired today. Whew, but that's okay. We're going to get energized. And let these teams inspire us and uplift us with their enlightened drafting here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Do we see Maevs? Do we see Probius? Do we see Blaze? We have no idea what we're going to see. It's crazy drafts coming on out. Let's get some Abathur Kira up here. Let's get it done. You predicted Iron Man to win? Jeez. Big calls in the Civil War here. Coming in from John Kruger. All right. Teams are starting to stir. I think we're about to get ready to go. Someone's in bio. Unbelievable. Find 10,000 points. How many leagues is that? 2 leagues down. If you were in Diamond, straight to Gold. Oh, how you doing, Infofox? Greek Fire, welcome. Enlightened Drafting is your middle name. Indeedly do. Sometimes you gotta just look past all of the meta and all of the reasons people pick heroes in certain positions and become enlightened. It's the way in Heroes of the Storm. It's something you've got to do. It's important. As I turn up the jams in my own earphones. We're so close. I thought we were good to get started, so I started. We had 10 in the lobby, and then they immediately took a break. It's okay, we're just cooking a little. We're just letting it settle. It's all good. You gotta tease them just a little bit. Just a little bit, you gotta tease them. I'll take the opportunity to set up my prediction bot, since I forgot to do that. Predictions. Here we go. We've got Xanthite, we've got Ruby, and we've got a 300-second timer. Lovely. Just in time to get into this draft. Fantastic. Alright, Tomb of the Spider Queen is map number 1. Xanthite will have first pick, first ban here. We'll have to see what the focus is going to be. These teams have a lot of info on each other. 9 weeks of regular season, a previous matchup under their belts. But this is Nexus Division. These are flexible veteran players. It's hard to target ban them. We'll see if they have any target bans or if it's just going to be some natural meta stuff here in the opening bans. Junkrat gonna be the opener here for Xanthite, not ready to play it themselves, it seems. Unless they've got another plan. A non-Junkrat plan. if you could even think of such a thing. Johanna going to be removed here by Ruby. I still think Johanna's one of the better tanks on Tomb. Like, yeah, Nubrak's great right now. He does a lot of really good stuff. But Johanna, just the defensive capabilities, the ability in the early game to just walk forward and get gems is pretty nice. Greymane, the ban here from Xanthite. This is where it's starting to get a little tricky. No Bruisers banned away just yet. Greymane taken off the board, and there goes another defensive style tank in May, removed by Ruby. Okay, okay. So that would indicate to me that Ruby does not want fragile damage dealers on the side of Xanthite that someone like a Johanna or a May could easily protect. Iron going to start us off with a Stukov here, and we'll start our prediction. Actually, it started 30 seconds ago because we're on a delay. But get your points in. You want to bet some bananas? You want to bet on Xanthite? You want to bet on Ruby? You've got the opportunity. If you already know who you're betting on, put it in now. If you want to see the draft, it's on a 5-minute timer. You're all good. You can wait. Danalore going to respond with a Brightwing, and Mixel's opening it right up here with the Maiev. I was wondering if that was going to be a choice, and they're coming out strong with it. Uther Vala here for Hiva and Automatic Z, putting the cards on the table straight away here, going with the double healer front line and the Vala back line. Xanthite's looking to fight. This comp is looking to fight. So, you're going to see the Hogger ban from Ruby here. Maiev was going to be pretty important in this. Brightwing as well, to be able to, like, the way you punch through that double healer comp is to turn off one of the healers. Containment Disc does that really well. Polymorph does that really well. So Ruby definitely off to a good start here versus this Xanthite comp. But, I mean, Stukov, Uther, and Vala is just a super powerful trio. They can do a lot of stuff with a lot of different heroes. So Xanthite's draft at this point, despite locking in the double healer, is still really, really open. Now we see the Bruisers start to come into play. Hogger and Dahaka banned away here. Let's see what the response is going to be from Ruby. They've got their healer, they've got their Maiev. We'll have to see if that's a Maiev main front line. It's not going to be. Garrosh, Zul'Jin, H2O, bringing that front line. Garrosh and Lems on the Zul'Jin. I like these picks a lot. I like these picks a lot because Garrosh is going to be able to walk up to Xanthite, walk up to this Stukov Uther pretty safely to try to separate them out. Zul'Jin going to be able to walk up to Uther Stukov safely and get those auto attacks in. This is a really nifty draft here from Ruby, but Xanthite going to close it out here with the double Bruiser. Joshua Scott is on the Blaze. And Idioms playing the Diva. So a lot of lockdown between the Uther Blaze with the Stukov follow-up Silence. Even Garrosh has to be a little bit worried about that. And Diva reducing the damage with that defense matrix could make things a little bit difficult for Lems here. Wahui with the last pick is going for the Malthael. Going for the Malthael. Where is Wahui? There we go. Wahui on the Malthael. There we go. Alright, any switcheroos? Looks like Hiva's going for the Blaze. Joshua Scott is on the Diva. Idiom's on the Uther. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alrighty. Getting into game number 1 here, we've got Phoenix Rising Xanthite with the double healer Vala comp. Phoenix Rising Ruby. I like their ability to separate out a hero here with this composition. We'll see if they can execute on that, or if Xanthite is just going to be a little too much to handle. Let's find out as we load in here to game number 1. I thought they were going to load in faster. I'm going to be real with you. There we go. We're getting some movement on the bars now. Let's jump in. Starting it off, game number 1. On the left in the blue, we have Phoenix Rising Xanthite. Idioms is on Uther, Automatic Z playing the Vala, Iron on Stukov, Hiva is playing the Blaze, and Joshua Scott is on Diva. On the right in the red, we have Phoenix Rising Ruby, H2O on the Garrosh, Wahui playing the Malthael, Danalor on the Brightwing, Mixels playing the Maiev. We have Tlems on the Zul'jin. On that basic pony. Basic pony Zul'jin coming at you. Vala going with the auto attack quest there on level 1. Makes sense when you're in a brawling mood. W quest here for Uther. We've got Globe quest for Blaze. And Stukov not going the reactive ballista spores, instead going for that low blow to help set up those kills inside the CC zone. Starting things off with a silence here. Mixels moves forward. Get a big triple stun though by Hiva. And Maiev is taken down. In the meantime though, Zul'jin getting quite a few stacks in this opening brawl, already at 3 out of 40 here in under the first minute. That is a little bit of a problem here for Xanthite, because they don't have a lot of opportunity to deny Zul'jin stacks on such a small map and with this particular comp. So Tlems going to be stacked up pretty quick here. Unless a kill goes out. There's the silence from Stukov. Zul'jin is forced away. Joshua Scott pushing the bottom lane here for Xanthite. Wahui for Ruby. Doing a little bit of double soaking here and there. Why not? You hope Phoenix Rising wins. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. Maiev just threatening forward, just making sure Automatic Z's paying attention there. No big deal. There's the pull. Gonna land onto Vala. Just checking, just checking. Nothing too much doing here. Gonna see the bruiser camps picked up by both sides. Malthael on the right and Diva on the left, getting those done. Does Diva actually heal enough through this? I think with the camp, maybe? I don't know. I feel like Diva's gonna get popped out of that mech. Let's double check here. Joshua Scott's low. We're gonna get the boost on through. Iron gonna come help out. Okay. Now you know. How you doing, chest looter? Right now, Ruby is controlling the rotations a little bit here. They've got their bruiser camp up on the wall. Vala is rotating around here to try to help clear that away, but a little chip damage onto the wall. Every little bit counts here on Tomb. A little bit of chip damage here. Maybe it goes down to the first turn-in. All of a sudden, you've got yourself a push building. How you doing, Alarnus? There are, in fact, several Phoenix Rising teams here in the NGS. These are 2 of them. Hiva continuing to watch the mid here. 1 kill so far for Xanthite is all that's on the board. Both teams starting to approach their first turn-in. Ruby's done a good job of being able to turn in, using that pressure in the early going to freely get those gems in the bank. CH2O just going, okay, we'll drop off. Mixel's going to drop off 3 as well. Because why not? Danalor even going to drop off 1 gem. That's going to get through before Iron can get the interrupt there. Mixel's looking for a pull. Nice vault of the Wardens to avoid the jet propulsion. Garrosh going to find the throw here. Maiev going to think about an engage. Idiom's moving way forward there. So both teams looking for their level 7s. Uther could be in trouble. There's the Umbral Bind. Throw is going to land onto a minion, though, rather than a Stukov. And Blue actually gets to turn in. Hiva and Automatic Z in the bottom lane. Dropping off enough. Fight continues up here in the top lane, though. Idiom's in some trouble. A lot of damage going out, and that's going to be Uther going down. Mixels going right back in there into the silent zone, no doubt. Iron is low, trying to move away. There's the Fan of Knives, and that's Stukov going down. Vala is getting stacked up on that level 1 quest. Currently over 50 on the Creed of the Hunter thus far. Automatic Z, you gotta be careful there. It's revolving axes were coming on through. What is the plural of Phoenix? Octopi. Octopi, I believe. Blue Web Weavers crashing into the gates here. Likely not getting a whole lot done. Joshua Scott in the area, just getting some chip damage in. Woohooey, not going to go for the warp, just going to go ahead and clear this away. So not a whole lot done with the first turn in. Nice denial there by Ruby. We'll see if Ruby can get their own turn in down here in the bottom lane. They only need 4. As H2O going to get the throwback and polymorph out onto idioms. Uther going to continue to walk on out of there. Who are you thinking about a turn in, but Joshua Scott in the area, not going to allow that for free. It's actually Maiev. Mixel's in the top lane, able to drop off enough gems to start the red Web Weaver wave for Ruby. There's a throw coming out, polymorph as well. Couple of axes into the back of Hiva. The Blaze will mostly get out fine. Double healer doing work. Right now, Zul'Jin sitting at 11 stacks out of 30. I said 40 earlier, that's my bad. 11 out of 30 here for Tlems. That silence, because you got the growing infestation is online here for Iron. So you get the growth and you get the lingering effect. So Stukov able to walk away a little bit. Containment disc comes on out right on time. Mixel's going to stop the Blaze. You see that extra silence that was added in the last patch. It's going to be pretty important for isolating Uthers, isolating Stukovs. Hiva moves forward, can't quite find the jet propulsion. Will be polymorph for the trouble as well. Things come out onto the Web Weaver and make sure that's taken down. Uh-oh, Alarnus. Alarnus is cashing in chat. My goodness. Alright, alright. Level 10s are in. Ruby picking up the Blink Heal, Tormented Souls, Decimate, Containment Disc, and the, what's that called? Tazdingo. Tazdingo. Over on the side of Xanthite, we have the Divine Shield, Flailing Swipe, Rain of Vengeance, Bunker, and Bunny Hop. Why must you inflict the pain? Why must you do it, Alarnus? This polymorph coming out onto Hiva once again. Zul'Jin about halfway done that quest, as the bottom lane is going to be the next fight. Idioms and Iron coming on in here. This could be trouble for Danalor. The camp is going to go over to Xanthite here as Tormented Souls comes out, but the Silent Zone really affecting Malthael in that exchange. No deaths, though. To see the Flailing Swipe from Iron, just to secure the retreat. Looking for a turn-in here on the bottom side. Mixels gets the 20, and that's going to be Red Web Weavers. Ruby is on the way. Seeing if they can pick up any structures here. Bruiser camp cleared in the mid. Zul'Jin stepping on up. Gonna get some push in. Looks like the top lane is gonna be the focus for now. Ruby a little bit split here. Zul'Jin gotta be careful. Hiva might be looking for an engage as the mid Web Weaver will be focused down by Xanthite. Top lane push coming on through for Ruby. They've got a minion wave and an objective as they look for top fort. Xanthite starting to flank around here. Hiva wants a jet propulsion, or at least a threatened one. Mixel's going to find the triple bind there. There's the containment onto Stukov. Bunker comes out from the Blaze, though. No significant damage coming out from Ruby. Xanthite weathers that storm. Fort will be saved for now. Not a whole lot of time left on it. We'll have to see what our next rotations are. It's been pretty calm thus far. The zoning from Garrosh has been very, very good, and of course the pressure of Zul'Jin. Xanthite doesn't want to just sit in front of them forever. But that's kind of what their comp is built to do. Their comp is built to just kind of sit in front of you forever. So Xanthite's just got to figure out when is the optimal time. Uther is going to be put in the containment disc. There's not a ton of burst kill pressure here, but we'll see if it's going to be enough. D-Shield is going to be forced out by Zul'jin and Maiev. But blue web weavers were turned in for Xanthite, and they're going to get a little counter pressure on the map here. Mid going to be cleared away. Looks like top is going to be the focus here for Xanthite as they push that forward. 4 members in the area. H2O will be scouted out. Nice game sense there by Hiva. Iron watching a flank as well. As more members of Ruby come up to defend. Zul'jin. Zul'jin, you gotta be careful there. Getting that flank hard, starting to move up. There's a containment disc coming on out. Big combo onto Mixels. Maiev trying to get in the air will not be enough. Garrosh going down as well as Xanthite exploding forward in this fight with the double kill, and they may not be done. Taz Dingo going to be popped here. Automatic Z wants a hit, but cannot get it. Zul'jin will survive, leaving it at just a double kill. The top fort goes down, and they might get top keep wall as well. Weeb Weavers. I don't know about all that. Hiva looking for an engage there. Couldn't quite find it onto Danalor. They're really pushing forward. They're going to start damaging this keep here, but not going to stick around. Probably a smart idea as H2O and Mixels were on the way. Weeb Weavers. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. How about big web shooties? How about that? For another turn in. Xanthite doesn't have quite enough here. They need 3 more. Though they're much closer to their turn in than Ruby is. Both teams on 15. Xanthite is about to have their 16, so they would rather find their turn in. Oh, D.Va picked up 3 and turn in the bottom lane. Look at that. Xanthite is going to grab the Bruiser camp. They're going to get another Weeb Weaver wave. I hate that. They're going to get another Web Weaver wave. Pixel's looking for Joshua Scott down here in the bottom lane, but D.Va was able to back off. Xanthite got quite a bit with their last push. We'll see what else that they can do here. Looks like the top lane going to once again be the focus. Wahui cut off there. Idioms was looking for a stun, but couldn't quite get it. Looks like the mid is going to be the focus. Top lane has already taken a little bit of damage there. There's a stun coming on out onto Wahui. Nice unstoppable. Will deny the Rain of Vengeance as mid fort goes down. Mixel's going for the big engage. Bunny Hop is going to be engaged. But there is the containment disc coming on out to stop that. Uther gets thrown in and taken down by Ruby. Great job catching the engage there. They're going to go ahead and defend this latest attack. Top lane will be swiftly cleared away by Malthael. No problem whatsoever. And Xanthite will simply move down to the bottom lane and grab that structure. There it goes. Ruby gonna sneak up towards the top boss here. I imagine Xanthite will see it coming, but Uther's still dead for 10 seconds. So without one of those healers, it's pretty difficult to take a 4v5. We're going to move into the area here. Hiva stepping forward, looking for the scout, Joshua Scott. Wow, boosting onto the point. Very aggressive there. There's the bomb coming on out. Mixel's going to try to pull back here. Vault of the Warden's going to deny. Uther is back for this fight here, so we are a full 5v5. D.Va in the back line. Wahui pops the Tormented Souls, does not get stunned here, and is going to turn things around. Blaze is taken down. There's the flailing swipes coming on out from Iron, but the Umbral Bind is going to come back through. Iron in trouble. There we see Stukov going down. Uther running the other direction, throwing out the beast steps. Idioms will fall. Ruby get the boss and get a triple kill here. And we're going to see another red Weeb Weaver turn in. Almost. Mixel's going to go ahead and finish that off. With Vala locked onto that boss, there wasn't too much more that they could do. We're going to see members move on up here to see if they can chip away at this keep before the objective marches down the lanes. Bottom lane and mid are already pretty pushed out here for Xanthite. So Ruby can't stick around forever here. They're going to start to focus down this keep. Objective's still on the way. There's a stun coming out onto H2O. Joshua Scott thrown into the backline, but there is the bunny hop. Nice vault in the back here as D.Va is going to be demeched. Wahooey in trouble. Pops the unstoppable. Trying to get healed back up. Big heals coming on through from Danelore. Going to keep Malthael nice and healthy. Xanthite is back at full strength here, but the objective has arrived. This will almost certainly be securing the structure. H2O looking for an engage. Nice big silence. Hiva going to hit onto 3. H2O is going to go down. Joshua Scott cuts those attack values. Bahamut coming in with the big raid. Thank you so much, Bahamut. Maiev actually going to go down in the top lane there. Xanthite bringing it back with a double kill after losing their top keep. Scribbler Mendez, Brand Flakes, thank you both so much for the follow. This is the NGS Nexus Division Playoffs, round number 1 and game number 1 between Phoenix Rising Xanthite and Phoenix Rising Ruby. Xanthite getting a big turnaround there. Idiom's going to move forward. We'll see if Uther can get onto this point. Yes, going to walk up there, find the stun. Hiva and crew are on the way. There's the big jet propulsion going to land onto 2. Danelore trying to get Tlems on out. Xanthite finds the camp steal. Crush it, Crush. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Xanthite appreciates it even more as they push through the mid lane. Their stolen bruiser camp. They don't quite have their 20s. As Maiev is coming on out of the base. Now both teams are still, you know, they're pretty far away from their next turn-ins here. They've had their first 3 each. So they're both at 65 to the next. Xanthite going to go ahead and pick up their 20s here in just a moment, which means Ruby just going to sit back and... Well, they're not going to sit back. They're going to charge on forward here. Joshua Scott scouts them out. Nice scout to scare them off the camp here. Xanthite keeping an eye on the map. Very nicely done. That means they're going to get to go ahead and claim this bottom camp. Right now, Ruby just kind of in a sit-and-wait mode. They're hoping some experience comes to them as the bruiser camp in the mid is going to push on forward. Zul'jin is finished with that quest as you see the double revolving axes come on out. 32 stacks on the baseline now. Vala sitting on 134 out of that 250 on that level 1 auto attack quest. That's not really a quest that you hope to finish. It's just kind of what's there. 20 versus 20. Ruby have their storm talents online. Nice silence coming on out there, but H2O will be healed back to full, no problem. Xanthite getting a little closer to their next turn in. They're going to go ahead and drop off as a team here. Make sure that they have those gems invested. Top boss up in about 20 seconds. So that could be a point of contention here for our teams. Hiva keeping an eye on things here as Mixel's just dropping off 7. Why not? And now we play the waiting game. Xanthite going to try to move around and grab their gems as safely as they can. Ruby could possibly look to catch them off guards here. H2O is going to stay on forward. Garrosh just threatening, just thinking about it, just checking. Top boss is now available. So both teams have to be available to get up there and keep an eye on things. Ruby is scouting forward here. Garrosh is going to find Iron there. Oh, Stukov going to get thrown back, but stays on this side of the wall. There's the big engage coming out from Hiva. Stukov, with a huge silence in the area, is in trouble. D-Shield is going to have to come out for the save. H2O moving on forward to try to control this area. Mixel's getting the big pull back. Containment disc going to land onto the D.Va. These silence zone resets coming out from Stukov are doing a great job of controlling the area, but Iron in some big trouble here. Malthael is going to be the first to go down. Zul'jin just keeps on cleaving away on the edge. There goes Brightwing. H2O in the middle of the team trying to get it done, but there goes Garrosh. Mixel's moving in, is going to go down as well. And Xanthite, doing what their comp is meant to do. The double healers just get to fighting. Zul'jin is going to get away here. Xanthite going to go for the boss. I'm surprised they didn't just run it down, though. Maybe they can just run it down anyway. Still 30 seconds on Brightwing and Malthael. 35 on Garrosh and Maiev. Go ahead and do that. Looks like they're going to... Oh, they're just going for checkmate. Okay, okay. That's understandable. They're going to do the boss, they're going to do the objective, and they're just going to put together an unstoppable push. Could they have won if they just rushed core? Probably. But with this, they will almost certainly be taking the core. Full health boss, full health objective right on its heels. Doesn't matter that Ruby is up to defend. This is pretty much all she wrote. Iva going to get the quick engage there. Silence coming out there, and wow, Malthael is simply removed from the video game. Big swipes coming on out from Iron as the core is now down to 80%. D-Shield out onto Vala to make sure to get as much damage out as possible. And Phoenix Rising Xanthite will strike first in this playoff series. GG. And there you have it. Game number 1 goes over to Phoenix Rising Xanthite. They finally got the opportunity to fight. It was, Ruby danced around them for a little bit. They did a really good job of looking to isolate, looking to control the area. But ultimately, Xanthite were able to find the fights that they needed in the late game, and they pushed through to victory. Very nicely done. Take a look at the talents here for just a moment, and then I've got some working out to do and see if we have some time before our next lobby comes on out. Jimmy Bob Joe Bob 1 coming on through with the follow. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let's close out the prediction. Alrighty. Let's see what we can get done. Did I do the scoreboard? Let's do the scoreboard. Scoreboard, scoreboard. There we go. All right. Let me make sure I get them all. Yeah, tricep extensions. That's a good start.
Ready for next touches. 5, and straight. Change. And straight and bend. Bend. Straight again. In 2 counts. And bend. Straight. Bend. Straight. Bend. Straight. Bend. Straight. Slowly walk forward with your hands. Ready for heel slips. Go and up and down and up and down. Good. Again. Take your hips directly up to the ceiling. And up and down. Turn your toes in and up and down. Up and down.
7.
Last 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready to turn your toes out. And down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Slowly walk back. Take it over to the side to lunge position. Remember your heel, your knee, and your shoulders are in the same alignment. And you're going to press your hip down gently. Ready, go. On 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch back. 2, 3, 4. Again and press. 2, 3, 4. Stretch back. Take your chest forward. Again. On 1, 2, 3, 4. To the back. 2, 3, 4. Again. Last 1, 2, 3, 4. And back. Good. Take it over to the other side in 8 counts. Into lunge position. Remember your heel, press your hip down gently. Ready, go. On 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch back. Good. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stretch back. Good. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretching back. Keep your hip down. Last one. And 1, 2, 3, 4. To the back. Bring both feet together and stretch. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Press your heels to the floor. And press your hips.
Towers
to
of
the
Doom is
ceiling.
next.
Good. Kneel down. Extend your arms forward. Round over and breathe. And breathe. And reach. Other side. Both arms up, rolling down and up. Again. And side. And reach. Both arms up, rolling down and up. Again. And reach. And up and down, rolling up. Last one. Up and reach. And up and down. Ready for side stretch. And stretch. Knees slightly bent. Change side. And 1.
Goodness gracious. Welcome back. That was weird. I touched my stream deck and shocked it, and it like restarted. Luckily, it still works. Thank you for spending your bananas, Alarnus. Hopefully that was to your satisfaction. Got some free cat as well. Sora24, thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate your support. Papa Patience wants more shoulder press. Okay. Let's get this thing updated first. We're going to Towers of Doom. Lobby's filling in now. Chosen by Xanthite. Lovely. Shoulder press.
Straight, bend, straight, slowly walk forward with your hands. Ready for heels lifts. Go and up, and down, and up,
6,
and down. Good.
7, 8,
Again.
9,
Take your hips
10.
directly up to the ceiling. And up, and down. Turn your toes in, and up, and down,
Goodness gracious.
and down.
Alright, we're back. That workout soundtrack is a hot soundtrack. You can do it. Oh. Alright. We're starting to get our lobby filled out. Getting closer, getting closer. Looks like we may have a sub. We'll see if that's coming on through. Ooh. Now InfoFox wants 10 curls. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Looks like they're not ready quite yet. Tell you what. We'll do caster ready, then we'll do some curls. Let me fix my weights first. There we go. Looks like they're figuring out if the sub's actually coming in. Curls!
Position. Remember your heel, your knee, and your shoulders are in the same alignment. And you're gonna press your hip down gently. Ready, go. On 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch back. Good. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stretch back. Good. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretching back. Keep your hip down. Last one, and 1, 2, 3, 4 to the back.
Hit it again.
Bring both feet together and
Shit, it's restarting again.
3.
I gotta ground myself somehow else.
Press your heels to the floor. And press your hips.
My chair has cat damage, ain't that right? Jeezy McQueezy. Okay, I think they're finally figuring out who's in this game. I'll give them the caster ready, and hopefully we'll be able to get into game number 2 here. Goodness gracious. Okay. Teams are saying ready. We'll be able to get into Towers of Doom here in a moment. It was chosen by Xanthite. So see if Ruby can bring this back. I'm afraid to touch anything. Good lord. Alright, who came in here? Looks like Jasilo came in for Tlems. There we go. Okay. Someone press go. I dare you to press go. Okay, they're pressing go. We got there. Well, a little bit of a break there, but that's okay. We got our exercise in. Let's get into draft number 2. Goodness gracious me. I'm scared of my own stream deck. I've reset it with the power of my fingers 3 times now. Alright, let's load in. Let's load in. There we go. Phoenix Rising Ruby will be first to act here. Jasilo is in for Tlems, over on the side of Ruby. It looks like Xanthite fielding the same roster here for game number 2. May is still going to be the first ban here out from Ruby. We'll see if the bans hold, if we see the Junkrat taken away, if we see the Johanna taken away. We'll start off with that Junkrat ban. Doesn't even matter that they switch positions. Don't even matter. We're going to see the Dahaka ban here coming in from Ruby, so leaving the Johanna up for now. See what Xanthite wants to remove. It's going to be the Stukov, so Greymane will be available as well. Just going for the Johanna. Ruby really not wanting to give that away. Okay. So is Xanthite interested in stealing the Greymane then? Still some power picks here. I think Brightwing would be a good one to lock in, since Stukov is already banned away and Dahaka's already banned away. But we'll see what they're going to value here. They're going to go with Hanzo Leoric. Automatic Z going for the Hanzo. Joshua Scat is on the Leo. Interesting setup. This could be a main tank sort of Leoric, or at least a 4-man Leoric. Mixels is going to scoop up that Greymane as it was available. Leoric is sometimes taken as a Johanna counter. Daenalor going with the Whitemane. Whitemane over Brightwing. Interesting. So that usually indicates that Ruby is looking to catch and engage with that Whitemane healing. Hogger going to be banned out by Xanthite, just a generally good hero. Not a whole lot Leo can do into a Hogger as well. There goes the Brightwing, taken away by Phoenix Rising Ruby. Remaining options, could go with the Anduin, could go with the Deckard. Both of those can set up for Hanzo stuff. We'll have to see what Xanthite is willing to pick up here. Uther's still available, but usually, you know, Uther with Hanzo Leoric doesn't really feel like the burst combo that you'd go for. What do I know, though? Iron going with the Uther. And Idioms is going to play some Zool. So we've got the double bruiser here over on the side of Xanthite. See what this last pick for Hive is going to be. Phoenix Rising Ruby, they've got the Johanna, they got the gray main and the white main. Lunaro could be interesting here. They're going to go funky, though. H2O going with the Kael'thas. Wahui is on the Vikings. Okay. Hive is going to just take a Zeratul. Going to wipe up some Vikings, going to try to target that back line. See if there's any switches. Iron sticking with the Uther there. Wahui's on that Vikings. H2O still on the Kael'thas. A lot of roll swaps. Well, couldn't have predicted this draft. Goodness gracious. Oh shit, I never started the prediction. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Jungle Siege, thank you so much for the follow. We'll do a manual. Start prediction. Who will win this game? Blue, this one is a 2-minute. Go. Go. All right, predictions up. Get your bets in. Get your bets in. Bet those bananas. So we're getting set here for game number 2. And we're in. Let's do it.
Prepare yourself for battle.
Alrighty.
Heroes.
Game number 2. On the left in the blue, we have Phoenix Rising Xanthite. Joshua Scott is on the Leoric. Iron on the Uther. Automatic Z is playing the Hanzo. Hiva is on Zeratul. And Idioms playing the Zool. On the right in the red, we have Phoenix Rising Ruby. H2O is on the Kael'thas. Mixel's on the gray main. Danalore is playing white main. Wahui, and Wahui are on the Vikings. And Jasilo is on the Johanna.
2, 1.
Hydra saying, none of this was planned. I would tend to agree. But you never know. This is Nexus Division. They might have alternative kind of plans. Uther once again going for that W build. We've got Scatter Arrow set up here for Hanzo. Shadow Hunter going to be the quest for Zeratul. White main starting off with Inquisitor's Prayer, hitting heroes with Searing Lash there on level 1. Johanna with the Laws of Hope, which is becoming basically the only pick we ever see out of Johanna these days. And Kael'thas is looking for globes. Iron going to be slowed down there by Danalore. Uther could be in a spot of trouble as Iron tries to get behind the wall. The armor and healing will be enough. As Joshua Scott able to put the drain on to Jasilo as well. Vikings currently just holding the mid and the top here. We've got Eric in the mid, trying to interrupt the rotations of Zool. Zeratul catching some mid-soak as well. And camps are up, so the teams are going to go ahead and start their sappers. Zeratul coming on down to help with the camp clear. As Ruby might be trying to come across here for a camp take, but they'll be a moment too late here. Mixels is up there. But pretty, not a ton of kill pressure on the side of Xanthite to start things off between a low-level Hanzo and a low-level Zeratul. So kind of similar to game number 1 here. Ruby should have permission to step up with mostly impunity in the early going. Joshua Scott in trouble there as Mixel's going to jump on in. The stun will not be enough to save Leoric, and Ruby will claim first blood. Nice little dodgeroo there by Greymane. Mixel's, oh my goodness, stuck around just a moment too long there. Great stun timing coming out from Iron. And Xanthite picking up an unexpected kill there. Jasilo in a bit of trouble as well as Automatic Z chasing on through with those scatters. Currently at 8 out of 20 on the level 1 quest. There goes Balog in the top lane as Zool is going to continue to claim this entire wall. There goes Eric as well. Of course, Zeratul just hunting him down. It is Jailers on 4 for Zool, so another stacking quest here for Xanthite. Iron watching those rotations, going to come on out here and find the stun onto H2O. Once again, a very bold rotation, but Kael'Thas going to be just fine with White Mane in the wings. These caps are going to get interesting here because the Vikings can sometimes threaten if there's only one opponent trying to get the channel, but with Zool and Zeratul both up there, I wonder if the Vikings are actually going to get a channel at all. You see Hiva on the left getting the channel here, Idiom's on the right.
Demands it.
It's going to be interrupted by the Vikings. Bottom side goes over to Ruby. Eric should be able to interrupt this long enough for the rest of the crew from Ruby to get up here if that's what they wish. Mixels is in the area. Zool is just going to go ahead and retreat. And Ruby will pick up the 2-for-1 on our first objective. Zeratul kind of getting caught a little bit, but will be alright. Sitting at half health there as level 7 comes on through for Xanthite. Top lane pressure once again provided by Zool. Camps are coming up here for both sides. Ruby going to be able to get the head start here since they finished their camp earlier the first go around. See if they can actually get across for invade. Jasilo is starting up here. Iron a little bit low, has got to watch out. Johanna not going to get the pull though onto Uther. Looks like this camp invade is going to be successful. Zeratul hanging out in the mid, but won't be able to get here in time. Nice movement there from Ruby, understanding the game state and that they have the power to simply walk onto points. Isn't that nice? Joshua Scott can go ahead and Wraith walk to safety as these sappers, all 6 of them, are being marched into the lane here. Leoric did not go for the Neil Peasants, so those sappers will not be taking any extra damage. Leo goes into Unstoppable, gets out of trouble just in time as Mixels continues to move on forward. Iron taking a hit there, but will be safe.
Heroes slain.
Top lane going down there. Hiva picking off another Viking. So Ruby doing sort of what's expected with these comps. They have the Vikings, so they get a really strong early game. You've got, you've got a fairly weak early game comp from Xanthite, so they're giving ground here in the first few minutes. This looks like the fight's going to move on to the left-hand side now. Zeratul actually interrupt the right side? No, Wahui's got the channel here. Iva just hanging out as the fight continues here on the left. Idiom's on the flank is looking for more. Danalor in trouble there is going to get swiped onto. Automatic Z with the scatter will convert the kill, but not before Leoric and Uther both go down. H2O in trouble there as Zeratul is a little sticky. There's the scatter coming on out, and we've got a triple kill in response from Xanthite. Wow. Ruby overstaying their welcome and get punished for it. But with the bottom tower there's only 3 shots will land onto their core. 10s are online for both teams. Ruby locking in the play again. That is Divine Reckoning coming out for White Mane. Blessed Shield. Interesting, the Blessed Shield would be the choice for Johanna here into the Leoric. Go for the Throat and Pyroblast. We'll round it out here for Ruby. As another Balog kill in the top lane. Xanthite going for the Skeletal Mages, Entomb, Might of the Nerazim, Dragon Strike, and Divine Shield. Top tower is taken. Bottom tower is taken here by Xanthite. So right now, Xanthite getting ahead on those late kills, are now nearly a full level ahead on experience, which is a really nice spot for them to be. Iron moving across here. We're going to see a stun come on out onto Mixels. Will we see the Entomb land from Joshua Scott? We're going to see the D-Shield out as well, but Whitemane with the big healing. Dragon Strike in the area. Mixels is somehow staying alive here. Whitemane with the huge heals. Pyroblast is going to land. Zeratul goes down. Greymane and Leoric follow suit, and it's a total bloodbath here. Xanthite is forced to retreat. Danalor spending the entire mana bar, but keeps them all healthy. Looks like Iron may go down for the trouble as well. Actually going to commit the Blessed Shield here for the kill. There goes Uther. Sapper's going to connect on the bottom side. Looks like another Sapper camp steal, perhaps. Well, Automatic Z is in. This is a brief 2-for-2. Johanna's got to be careful. Leoric not going to stick around to won't stick around to find out. Thought maybe Lior could have stayed alive there with the kill pressure from Automatic Z.
The altars
But I suppose not. Sapper's going to connect on the bottom side as our altars are up once again. Xanthite managing to save their bottom tower for now. Dragon Strike going to come on out from Hanzo in the area. There's an Entomb as well. H2O in huge trouble. There goes the Kael'thas. Stun onto Mixels on the edge. Going to see a reposition out from Greymane. Get a roll in a second here. Greymane gets away. Xanthite is going to take another 5 shots out of the core of Ruby.
like all the others.
Vikings working on the top tower take for Ruby here. Bottom is still just a whisper away from death on the side of Xanthite, but they are going to try to get some work done in the bottom lane to create some space there. A little bit of pressure, but Ruby is back and ready to rock once again. Idiom's dueling a little bit here with Johanna. You're going to see Idiom's taking some huge damage. There's the big bark coming out from Greymane. Zool goes down. Automatic Z going to mount up, try to get to safety here. Tries to get in range of the armor. Couldn't quite get there, but will survive regardless. Zeratul up on the top side wants to kill some of these Vikings. No kills allowed, but the Vikings getting closer on the top side. Ruby takes back the bottom tower against Xanthite. And with both bruisers down, there's not a whole lot that Xanthite can do, but just sit and wait. Hiva going to keep the Vikings busy in the meantime. Ruby going for more sappers, as we now have a double altar phase in the bottom lane. Zeratul going ahead and grabbing the top camp in response, as the Vikings will likely finish off this tower before the next objective. We'll see if Xanthite can do the same, but Ruby is stepping up to defend. May just come on out here. Top tower goes back to Ruby. Looks like bottom tower will, in fact. Oh, Mixels is actually caught in the Entomb there. Going to dive on forward. There's the Reckoning coming on out from Danalor, but Whitemane's still eating the whole Dragon Strike damage. D-Shield onto Idioms as Zool tries to move on forward and keep up this engage. Zool getting a little bit chunked here on the chase, though. Iron moving on forward as Zool is taken down. Look at the cleave damage. The bombs are popping off there. Greymane killed, but it's a quad kill for Ruby in response. H2O with huge bomb value there in that fight. Unbelievable stuff. We're going to see the Vikings hold this cap on the bottom side to make sure that it's going to be 5 shots instead of 4. All of a sudden, Ruby looking good. Another 5 shots will land. This game is far from over. Far from over here. But that kill, those fights, that fight and those kills, definitely helping out. Boss is up. Nah, Xanthite's up now. We won't see Ruby go and do that. They're just going to go ahead and defend this bottom side. Vikings going to go ahead and split away. Jasilo in the area. Mixels is riding on forward. And Ruby is going to see if they can get their sappers across the line. Dragon Strike comes on out. We're going to see an Entomb as well, but that will not land onto Johanna. Big Iron Skin for the save. Leoric in trouble here. Joshua Scott trying to get away. The bomb is enough. Leo goes down, and that is 3 shots onto the core. Xanthite down to 15 core health. Zool pushing up the mid here, throwing out the mages as Mixel's going to catch Idioms on the edge. Bone armor will be depleted, and there goes Zool. Top lane is a little bit damaged. Mid lane was starting to be damaged there. So Xanthite going for a little bit of a long play. Hiva going to move forward there. Going to rip through that arcane barrier. Uther could be in trouble. Going to self D-shield. And that's Kael'thas going down. Xanthite committing hard for that kill. They do get it, but can they actually make anything happen from it here? Leoric in some trouble. Leo goes down. Can Hiva find this kill onto Jasilo? Zeratul continues to move on forward, but there's the Iron Skin. Nice work there. You see that that hold your ground value. Dragon Strike coming on out there to counter the Blessed Shield, and we are in triple altar phase territory, and the Vikings might be ending the game right now. Wahooey is on all 3 points. Zeratul can't get there. That's 5, that's 10, that's 15 shots. And game's over. Phoenix Rising Ruby is going to even it up. GG. Wow. 2 days in a row, the game has ended on the second triple altar phase for me on Towers of Doom. Unbelievable. Phoenix Rising Ruby just never let it get to the late game. They used the Vikings to get ahead, stay ahead, a huge turnaround on those bottom fights. It looked like Xanthite was starting to find their way back in, but at the exact wrong moment, the numbers added up perfectly. Phoenix Rising Ruby gets the victory. And we're going to a game number 3. Incredible. Absolutely incredible stuff. We'll take a look at the talent screen. We'll update the scoreboard. And we'll get ready for game number 3. Crazy stuff. Crazy, crazy stuff. White main healing OP. Ain't it though? Ain't it though? I mean, against a solo healing Uther, the number looks pretty good. But still very good. Still feels. Still very good. Alrighty. What we're going to do is we're going to go to a very short break. We're going to get up, stretch, get some more water. When we come on back, it's right down to it. Game number 3, Phoenix Rising Xanthite versus Phoenix Rising Ruby. One will move on, and one will be done for the season. Sit tight. Alrighty, welcome back. We're setting up here for game number 3 of Phoenix Rising Xanthite versus Phoenix Rising Ruby. We're going to Cursed Hollow for our final map. Ruby has chosen the map. Xanthite will be first pick. And it is on. It's on like Donkey Kong. Crazy. Just crazy. Looks like Josilo is still in for this game number 3. And Xanthite sticking with the starting 5 there. No switcheroos here on Cursed Hollow. We'll have to see. The comps have been, we'll say niche. We've had some niche comps coming on out here, and I imagine that will not change. Teams are ready. Caster ready. Ready's ready. Let's get into match number 3 here. It's been exciting. Hope you've been having a good time here, chat. It's been a good one. Hope everyone from Baja's stream today had a great time over there. I was sleeping, or I would have been there myself. I appreciate you coming and sticking around. Some excellent Heroes of the Storm action. It looks like we're about to get into Draft 3. Can I not zap my stream deck this time? Fantastic. Fantastic. Let's do it. This is for all the marbles. All the round 1 marbles. This is what it's all about. Phoenix Rising Xanthite will be first to act. I imagine there won't be a terrible difference in the strategy of the bans. I'm interested to see if Vikings hits the board, though. Xanthite remembering, oh yes, the Grey Mane, and they're going to ban that away. Mixel's showing why it was definitely banned there in game number 1. I mean, against a composition that looked like it was going to be pretty good against a Grey Mane, Mixel's just kind of got in there and shredded it up. It was really nice there from Ruby. Gonna see the May ban hit next here. Let's get the prediction going. Let's get the prediction going. Get a 5-minute prediction if I can steal a meme from day 9. Will it be the Junkrat ban? It will. It will. Junkrat's still pretty good on every map, but Cursed Hollow, quite good indeed. Especially since you can go grenade build on Cursed Hollow. You don't necessarily have to go traps. Stukov removed by Ruby. See what Phoenix Rising Xanthite wants. It's going to be a Dahaka. Dahaka makes it through, but it won't make it past the first pick. Joshua Scott picking that up. I always got to tease that Junkrat's going to get through. Junkrat's never going to get through, chat. Never, not once, never, ever is Junkrat going to get through. But every time there's a draft, I go, ooh, ooh, are they going to let it through? They never let it through. Come on. Jasilo going to go ahead and snipe that Johanna once again here, and Danalore going with the Brightwing, getting that global value on Cursed Hollow. Always useful. So Falstad's still available. If you wanted to get the second global here for Xanthite, boss control's very good. Not exactly worried about a Snap Johanna engage, so I wonder if they're actually going to go for it here. They are. I was thinking that'd be a pretty good pick, since Johanna was the opposing tank. And Iron going for the Anduin. Okay. So you got the save potential, you've got the light bomb potential. Xanthite with a solid comp here. Phoenix Rising Ruby with a solid duo. Still got options on both sides. Xanthite still has the opportunity to play something crazy with these three. So I ward my cat off my desk. ETC going to be the ban from Phoenix Rising Ruby, wanting to remove a possible level 10 global off the board. Xanthite looking at Johanna Brightwing. They've already got the Anduin locked in. They've got the globals locked in, so they're just going to remove basically one of the only globals left outside of like an Abathur. They're just going to drop those Vikings from play. That prediction is up, by the way. If you want to win some points right now, it's all on one team. If you want to just drop 10 and win like 500, now's the time. Now's the time. Wahui going for the Leoric with a dearth of Vikings. And Mixel's going to the Zul'jin. So another Zul'jin composition here for Ruby. Interesting. This map is going to be a little bit harder for Zul'jin to stack, theoretically. Theoretically a little bit harder for Zul'jin to stack because you're not all just in the same lane all the time. But still a great hero, still great scaling. Phoenix Rising Ruby. Clearly some experience on it. Xanthite going to go for Rainer Blaze here. Rainer Blaze. Automatic Z on the Rainer. Hiva going for the Blaze. So we've got a Blaze to Haka frontline. I assume this is going to be an Executioner Rainer. Or Exterminator Rainer, I should say. To help with boss clear and whatnot. And it's a last pick Medivh. So, I mean, the Medivh definitely allows Zul'jin to step up. That's going to help Zul'jin get some stacks. Okay, I get that one. It's going to allow some heavier rotations. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. I still think the macro pressure favors Xanthite a little bit here, but the Medivh is an interesting wrench in the equation. Ruby going all in this last draft. Johanna going to be able to step on the boss control points without being pushed off or dragged off too easily. This is going to be a fun one. Let's get into game number 3.
Prepare yourself for battle.
Let's do it.
Heroes.
Game number 3, the decider. On the left and the blue, we have Phoenix Rising Xanthite. Idioms is on the Falstad. Automatic Z playing the Rainer. Joshua Scott on the Dahaka. Iron is playing Anduin. And we've got Hiva on the Blaze.
The battle
On the right and the red, Phoenix Rising Ruby. Danalore is on Brightwing. Wahui on the Leoric. H2O is on Medivh. Jasilo on the Johanna. And Mixels is playing Zul'jin. Zul'jin. I'm gonna put an axe in your head. I don't have the wide voice. Like, I've got a pretty wide voice, but not as wide as that Zul'jin voice actor. Goddamn. I'm gonna put an axe in your head. Like, it's still too nasally somehow when I'm opening up my airway as much as possible. That'll take some practice. I'll do some Zul'jin voice training practice. It'll all be good. Leo Dahaka headed up to the top lane there. Get the soak on going here. We've got Falstad and Zul'jin down here on the bottom side. Mixel's going to be looking to get some stacks off the Birdie Man. Medivh just going to hang out here on the right, be like, hey, what's up? Have you a spray? Iron going to have to hang out here just to make sure that there's no shenanigans. But looks like both teams are just setting up for their camp take. It is the Exterminator here for Raynor. It's H2O just gonna hang out. Just be like, hey, I'm here to make you anxious. How do you feel about that? Idiom's getting engaged onto there by Jasilo as Danelor gets a couple of hits. But Idioms will be just fine. Phoenix Rising Ruby going with the siege camp first here. You often see a lot of teams go for, like, they see where the objective's coming in. You see this objective is coming in top side, so they'll go near side camp and then far side camp. But with this comp, the way it's set up, with, you know, Medivh was over on the left the whole time. Zul'jin can't solo. Oh, Jasilo, they were actually looking for an invade there. Medivh tried to get onto the point with Jasilo, but they couldn't do it. So that was the play. They weren't going to get their own camp. They were just going to go ahead and steal a camp, but they get there just a second too late. Xanthite gets the macro advantage here. Bottom lane is going to be cleared away before the objective spawns. So Falstad will be able to use that global to join the fight. Join the fight! Join that fight afterwards, yeah? So H2O taking some hits there in the mid, Jasilo as well, as this Bruiser camp will be pushing on forward. Automatic Z connects on the wall. Hiva with the big stun onto 2, and there's the pushback. Medivh trying to portal on past to threaten Automatic Z, but Iron gets the pull, and Raynor will escape. Will Hiva be so lucky, though? Yes. Hiva will be so lucky. Actually turning it around there onto Medivh. We're going to see the Protect Bubble come on out. H2O going to be just fine. Just a little bit of a... I'm going to call that a B-step portal. A little B-step portal coming on out from H2O between these two teams. Just saying, here you go. That was fine the whole time. Not even close. Not even close. Joshua Scott trying to move on forward there with the Lurker Strain does get the interrupt to allow the rest of Xanthite to get into the area. Connection going to land there onto Wahui. Leoric is going to get healed up. Danelor could be in a spot of trouble here, but does split down to the south. H2O looking for a portal opportunity. Stahaka going to head on back to base and get those resources flowing once again. Zul'jin down in the bottom lane matching Falstad right now. Stahaka looking to possibly dig back into the fight here. Wahui is a little bit low on the edge as Raynor continues to push on forward. A little bit of a double interrupt there, but plenty of other options for Xanthite. There's the portal into the backline. Automatic Z with the pushback, but he's going to be pulled back in by Johanna. Iron with the save. Stahaka is coming on in here, looking for a drag in the corridor, going to land onto Leoric. What a pull. Leoric is down. Medivh is going to lead them on a wild chase. Portaling to safety. Idiom's on the edge. Oh, this could be trouble for H2O. Nice blind from Johanna. Is it going to be enough? Barely there enough. As Danelor arrives just in time. Falstad going to head on back down to the bottom lane as Zul'jin has been getting some good chip damage. Joshua Scott continues to step forward here. Going to land another drag onto Leoric. Iron trying to channel. Jasilo has the next interrupt. Approaching the 5-minute mark, and we're still 0-0 on this objective. Both teams doing a great job of controlling this area. Jasilo trying to move on forward there. Doesn't have the blind, and that's Iron picking it up. Nice job by Hiva intercepting with that jet propulsion. Meanwhile, Medivh is on 37 stacks right now out of 40. That will almost certainly be cleared up, no problem. Zul'jin on 2 out of 30 in this solo lane matchup. Idiom's doing a good job of not just letting those axes fly for free. Camp's once again going to be the focus here for Xanthite. We'll have to see if there's another invade planned by Phoenix Rising Ruby. Both teams looking for their level 10s here.
Gather tribute.
Medivh looking to scout a couple more stacks. There's one. Just one. Jasilo in the area. They're looking for Joshua Scott, but not going to get it here. Boss is actually going to be started by Xanthite. So Automatic Z going to lock in those autos. Tribute is in the direct area here. This could be trouble. Mixels is going to scout this out. The rest of Ruby is just like in lane here, but they're not gonna be able to do it. Cheeky play coming on through from Xanthite, and they're gonna grab this channel as well. Dahaka going down in the bottom lane, so Ruby gets that, but they could be in trouble here. Great leyline seal from Medivh is going to allow the escape. Idiom's on the edge. Was thinking about a gust, but didn't go for it. But we see a roll over the wall here. No. Too cheeky. Dahaka is back. So boss taken a little bit early here by Xanthite. They won't be able to... Well, I say they won't be able to. I thought they weren't going to be able to take a boss in that spot at all, and they did. I was about to say they aren't going to be able to go and take the other boss before this next tribute, but hey, you never know. Maybe they'll do it. Bottom lane continues to be the focus here for Phoenix Rising Ruby, getting that figured out. Tribute is spawning now here in the mid. Ruby does have to be in the area, or else they will forever remain cursed. Idioms has the first interrupt here as Wahui catches them on the rotation. Blessed Shield comes on out from Jasilo. Nice entomb there. Light Bomb is going to come out as well as the Gust. Idioms wants to get away. Will do so. There's the portal into the backline. Idioms in big trouble. Falstad is down. Joshua Scott with the silence onto the background, but the fight is already over. Dahaka will retreat. Tribute can be claimed here by Phoenix Rising Ruby. Really nice job controlling that area. Picking up that kill, and that is going to allow them to start the top right boss. Bottom fort is going to go down. Here's Automatic Z just going to lock on that automatic ult. Into the pillbox has been called by Blaze. Draw some aggro as the bottom fort is taken down. Joshua Scott's in the area. Jasilo going to get healed up. I was thinking... Against a Johanna Medivh, it wouldn't have worked, but I was thinking, like, you know, if the Hawk can get down to the point long enough for a Gust to come out, maybe they can do something cheeky. As Leoric actually going to go down in the mid. Joshua Scott will get away there. But that's kind of a quick match play. Probably wouldn't have worked here with, you know, an unstoppable Johanna and a portaling Medivh. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Top boss going to be worked on here by Xanthite. We see Ghosty Boy Leoric ready to res right on top of the tribute. Idioms staying safe here on the edge. I don't think Falstad was spotted. But Ruby looking to lock in their second curse point. You see the first interrupt coming on out from Idioms. Hiva stepping on forward. Couldn't quite find it. Oh, the Gust is actually going to come out here. Joshua Scott in the back. Xanthite doesn't want to give this up. There's the silence. Landing onto Medivh. Wahui stepping on forward there, finds an entomb there onto Iron. Self-Light Bomb comes on out to find the first stun and a little bit of shielding. Anduin trying to get away here, but Iron goes down. Hiva in the back finds the stun onto 2 as Medivh is trying to portal to the lower side of the fight. Big pushback coming in from Automatic Z as H2O is super, super low. Idioms wants to join the fight, but doesn't want to get caught here on the edge. Xanthite looks like they're going to be forced to back away here. Oh, Danalor in huge trouble. Idioms biding their time. Brightwing goes down, but Dahaka falls in the mid as well. And Xanthite is going to remain in the area. Idioms looking for another possible interrupt. Gonna get it. Just gonna force out the iron skin. That negative armor from Falstad is really, really effective. Hyperion stepping the next. Oh, Mixels could be in trouble here. Portal comes out. Can Mixels get in? Yes, just barely. Jasilo really low. Doesn't have the iron skin. Oh, gets away. But Xanthite somehow come ahead. Oh, wow. Did you see that entangle? Did you see that trap come on out from Zul'jin to catch the jet propulsion? That was evil. That was evil stuff. Xanthite gets the curse, and they're going to go ahead and push on forward. Falstad claims the top lane. Bottom lane already kind of pushed out here there for Xanthite. It's already all the way up to the wall. Medivh looking to chase forward here. Automatic Z with a nice pushback. Big stun coming on out. Entomb is going to land onto Anduin. He's going to self-light bomb, and it's going to land onto 2. Can Iron get out of this one? We'll jump into the bunker here as Joshua Scott weaves on out. Anduin's still in that bunker, starting to move away. Big Root coming out onto Zul'jin. Connection from the Blaze. Idiom's going to push 2 into the corner here. There's Joshua Scott being pulled to safety. So much reposition. Idiom's with the trade. Trading into Zul'jin, and Falstad is still going to go down for it. How many more kills will there be? Medivh trying to get the portals on out of here as Wahui can't find the trade into Joshua Scott. Xanthite with the 2-for-1 here. But most of that curse was soaked by Phoenix Rising Ruby. 16s are in for Xanthite. They've taken down the final fort. Top Keep was actually taking some damage from that wave the whole time there, as Ruby find their 16s as well. Xanthite starting up the bottom left boss, and this could be a snowball that Ruby will have difficulty reacting to. Leoric going to come across here. Medivh is in the area. Idioms is going to stay off to the side here, waiting for a fight. H2O going to step up here. There is the push. Nice job with the bunker, but no one's on the point. Automatic Z steps up. H2O can't do it. H2O is in huge trouble. Medivh goes down. Wahui is going to unstoppable on the edge. But Leoric goes down as well. It's a double kill for Xanthite, and they've got a boss pushing down an already pretty low bottom lane. Joshua Scott was 1 axe from death. Mixels is slowed down. There's the push forward from Idioms, moving in to the right with the barrel roll speed. Jet propulsion does not land. But Xanthite have the double kill. They've got the bottom lane pressure, and this will almost certainly be the first keep of the game here. Overlapping siege camp. Leo still down for a second, going to be coming back up here. Medivh up in 5 seconds, but this keep is already spent. Boss is still pretty healthy here. They've got a camp and a wave as well. Xanthite could threaten to end here with a slow push. H2O is up and ready to fight here for Ruby. Hiva stepping on forward. The core is going to start to take damage. Hyperion is going to be committed. Xanthite might try to win right now. Idioms is being chased out here, but there's the core going down to 60%. Boss is still healthy. There is the Medivh ley line from the edge, but the core is going to fall. Xanthite with the unstoppable push is going to move forward in these playoffs. GG. Really, really good work there from Xanthite. They found their advantages, they stepped on the gas, and they never let go. Phoenix Rising Xanthite will be moving on to the next round of the playoffs, but still really well played by both teams. This was a great series between these two, and I wish there could be more, but there can't. But there can't. Take a quick look at the talents as we update the scoreboard and we look for an interview with our victors. Alrighty. Keep an eye out for the teams to come on through, or for whoever from Xanthite is going to come on through. Just watching out, watching out.
Hello.
Hey there. I'm joined by Joshua Scott. Congratulations on the 2-1 victory.
Thanks. Really appreciate it.
Really exciting series here. Phoenix Rising versus Phoenix Rising. We had quite the battle in the regular season, meeting again here. Tell me about just sort of the relationship between these two teams. Is there a lot of, back and forth in Discord, scrimming, sharing strategies, or is it really just kind of two teams that happen to be under the same organization?
Yeah, surprisingly, we actually haven't really interacted that much this season with PRR. I know last season when we were in Div A, we scrimmed them a few times. So we did that a few times, but this season, not too much.
Okay. I get that. There's, we've got the big sort of amateur organizations here in NGS, and sometimes, there's a lot of teams under that banner. It's hard to all get together and meet everyone all the time, so that's definitely understandable.
Yeah, it's really hard to like schedule stuff too sometimes because like people, everybody has different, schedules and things like that. So
Mhm.
we just never quite were able to make it work out. But maybe going forward, we'll screen more stuff.
Will be definitely be interesting to see. Looking at our matches here today, it looked like the ban strategy through most games was a pretty solid through line. We a couple of heroes got through here and there. Dahaka slipped through one game, Greymane slipped through another game. Do you feel like you were able to get the drafts you were looking for, or was there mostly sort of reacting to what Phoenix Rising Ruby was putting down?
Yeah, I think I'm not too informed of the drafting. I don't play that big of a role in it. That's mostly idioms uh, and iron and hive and stuff. But yeah, I think we got most of what we wanted. You saw game two, we let the Greymane through, and you know what happened there. We lost in like 10 minutes. But yeah, definitely some target bans. Junkrat, Greymane were definitely things that we didn't want to play against. And in game one, yeah, we got the Uther, which we really liked. And we played that a lot last season. Not so much this season. We've been kind of focusing on other stuff, but yeah, I think drafts went pretty smooth. Third game, I love playing Dahaka, and I've tried to play as much as possible this season. So I was really happy that went through.
Speaking of the game three draft, we had definitely a clash of styles there. It looked like Xanthite going for the heavy macro. You've got the double global, you've got the Exterminator Rainer, good point control between the Blaze and the Anduin. Did the Medivh come out of nowhere? Or did you have that in the back of your mind, like, they might throw a Medivh in here to try to mess up our point control, our rotations a little?
Yeah, we had no idea that was coming. We had no I think was it HTO that played Medivh? Yeah, we had no
Yeah.
idea he played that. Came totally out of blue. Definitely made some really, really good plays too. I mean, some of those ley lines are really, really good. Um,
Mhm.
Also got some really good picks of that. I know I fed one spot lane. I didn't expect the portal to come out. So yeah, that was totally unexpected, but was definitely a treat to play against because not that many people play Medivh in our division, unfortunately.
It's still like I mean, throughout all the way up to the pro level, it still seems almost like a passion pick. It's not like someone just goes, "Oh yeah, I'll try out Medivh. We'll see how it feels for this game." It's like either you've played 500 games of Medivh and you're feeling like you're maybe ready to take it into competitive, or it's just like, no, we're not doing it. It's a very interesting hero in that way.
Yeah,
But
definitely. It's super high skill cap. Like it's not
yeah.
just the Medivh player that has to be like on point, but the team has to play around it too and like know like when they can portal in and like which portals to take and what to do with the protect and stuff. So
Hmm.
definitely high skill cap.
And speaking of the Medivh player, take me through the final bottom boss point battle there. There were a lot of ults flying in each direction. We saw idioms on the Falstad there staying out of the fight, ready for a gust. Did you feel the pressure coming early? Did you feel like were there certain abilities that you had to hold for to try to be able to take that point and get those kills there?
Yeah, definitely with the boss play, I was kind of questioning whether or not we'd be able to end there just because I mean the keep wall was down. But I forgot if we got did we get any picks there? I think we might have.
There were
Um,
a couple kills there. Was it? It was yeah, it was two because one of them was Leoric. I think it was
oh,
Medivh
got
and
it.
Leoric went down. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, yeah. I think with the Medivh gone, that kind of really let us push in just because he doesn't have the ley line to stop us. And you're
Hmm.
right, Idioms was holding the gust to blow him away from the boss. And then of course we had Raynor too, and Raynor of Hyperion and PVE build does a lot of siege damage. So at the end we were uh, barely able to clinch that, but we got the core.
It was a good push to the end there. Pretty difficult to stop a healthy boss and a wave and a siege camp and all that stuff that came on out there. Just kind of created a checkmate situation. Really nicely played there in game number 3. And that means you move on to face the Beef Boys. Beef Boys moving on to the second round. You'll be up against them. Um, have you been able to face them in previous seasons? Any relationships between the two teams there?
Yeah, so last season we played. They actually beat us last season 2-1, and
Okay.
but we never got a chance to face them off again in playoffs. But yeah, they've always been a strong team. I know the roster changed a lot. We played them again this season. We lost the first game. The second game was really close, and I think we like barely won the third game as well. So that was definitely a close series. Looking forward to play them. I know that they've been performing a lot better. I think they picked up a new tank player. I want to say like halfway through season, and you could definitely see that they've been practicing and they've been like gelling together more. And the last few games have been really fun to watch as well. So definitely looking forward to that.
Fantastic. We'll be looking forward to it next week. Um, Josh, thank you so much for coming on by. Any final shout outs you'd like to make before we close out here?
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to you, of course, Crush, for casting the game. That was always a pleasure. I really like your cast, so thanks a ton for that. Maybe even next week. I don't know. Maybe you'll pick up our semifinal game.
We'll have to see. You got to let them all hit the schedule. You got to make sure people are available. We'll see. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, definitely. Also, shout out to my team. Um, Hivas flexed to tank like very early on this season. He's been a DPS player this whole game, so definitely doing well there. ADM's their shot caller Iron. Always been really good at support. Definitely has saved me at least several times, and definitely the other people on our team for sure. Also shout out to Z. He also was new to our team this season, and he's been getting along really well with us and playing really well. And of course, the Lazy Hydra, I'm sure you're familiar with.
Mhm.
He's played in a lot. I think he's played in just as many games as I have this season. He's technically our sub player, but he also does a lot of the scouting for us. So big shout out to him and huge thanks there.
Great. Fantastic. Well, congratulations on the 2-1 win. We look forward to seeing you in the next round of the playoffs.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you next time.